Dear devotees and friends, most welcome. Today is the Tithi Puja of Swami Vivekananda, and we have got the wonderful, the children and the youth. They will be expressing their views on Swami Vivekananda. So today I won't be here. So I'll be sitting and watching how this younger generation, they are understanding Swami Vivekananda, and how their parents are also, no examination, just how the parents are inspiring them, guiding them. Because Vivekananda, he is not only an ideal, the Vivekananda is the guide also. And if we are following Swami Vivekananda, the human life becomes really excellent. And how we understand that? When you become older, we become lonely. When you're young, we have so many friends, so many things to do. And slowly, slowly, the more we grow older, we become lonely. We have to be with ourselves only. So that is a great challenge. And we have developed in India, and that is called spirituality. And spirituality means not only loving myself or the family, but to the whole world. And when you are loving, stretching out and all will come back, and you will get the attention and the love. That is the ultimate of the spirituality. And if we are teaching that to our younger generation, and we can be sure, rest assured, that they will be happy. Maybe that time we won't be there, but we can be rest assured that they will be happy because they are following an ideology, an ideal, and that is Swami Vivekananda. So, please come here. I will request and introduce you, and you all know him, and Mihir Patel, and one of our very good devotee and volunteer. Mainly he is working in the Ganges, as because Ganges this time it is closed, so we could get him over here, and we are utilizing his time. The Mihir will be the MC. He will be conducting the whole program. Mihir, please.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Welcome, everybody. Without any further ado, I will start introducing our young speaker. They have prepared well. So our first speaker is Ritu Rajpal. He is a 6th grade student, and let's hear him. Come on, Ritu.
Three golden rules of life. Who is helping you, don't forget them. Who is loving you, don't hate them. Who is believing you, don't cheat them. By Swami Vivekananda. Hello everyone, I'm Ritu Rajpal and I study in 6th grade. Today in this auspicious day, I'm going to share a short speech on Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was born on January 12, 1863 in Kolkata. His real name is Narendranath Datta. His mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, played a significant role in shaping his life. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was an attorney at the Calcutta High Court. He was a monk, philosopher, author, religious teacher, and the chief disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. Swami questioned Sri Ramakrishna that had he seen God, and Sri Ramakrishna said yes, he had seen God. Sri Ramakrishna's teachings were very important to Swami's life. Experiencing God means serving the humanity. Swami Vivekananda also wrote down the 4 classics, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and the Jnana Yoga. He also visited the Parliament of Religions in Chicago and gave an iconic speech with the opening remarks, My brothers and sisters of America. He is the founder of the Ramakrishna Mission and the Ramakrishna March. He was just 39 and passed away at Belur Math in West Bengal. He was not only an inspiration to India but to the whole world. In his honor, we celebrate the National Youth Day every year on 12th January. Thank you.
Nice speech, Ritu Raj. So now our next speaker is Sanjit Kumar. Sanjit is a data science student at USA. Yeah, please, Sanjit.
Asatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I just would like to start by just letting you guys, everyone know that I take this pledge every morning, and I'll just share a bit of this pledge that I take. And that is, we the youth take this pledge to abide by the call of Swami Vivekananda. Young men, my hope is in you. Will you respond to the call of your nation? Each one of you has a glorious future, if you dare believe it. Have tremendous faith in yourselves, like the faith that I had when I was a child. Have that faith, each one of you, in yourself, that eternal power is lodged in every soul, and you will revive the whole of India. To me, Swami Vivekananda is an embodiment of what the youth should aspire to be. In a time where mental illnesses are at a peak and the youth faces anxiety and depression, I see Swami Vivekananda's teachings as an obvious path to betterment. Swami Vivekananda exemplifies fearlessness, unselfishness, and unconditional love for everyone. What I love about Swami Vivekananda was he was a practical spiritualist and a practical Vedantist. He insists that spirituality must be expressed and must bear fruit in our lives. His philosophy was to manifest divinity in every moment of our life through thinking, speaking, and our daily activities, and manifest this divinity through a harmony of the yogas, knowledge, meditation, devotion, and work to the highest extent. Swami Vivekananda preaches a vision of unity of all humanity. It is a breathtaking vision, how the East and the West and ideals of both have come together in Swami Vivekananda. And this vision of society, religion, and spirituality is one all of us should aspire to become. In the words of Sister Nivedita, he becomes the meeting point of the not only of the East and West, but also the past and the future. If one and the many indeed be the same reality, then it is not only modes of worship, all modes of work, all modes of creation which are paths of realization. To labor is to pray, to conquer is to renounce, life is itself a religion. I pray to Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda, and Ma Sharada that we all reach his vision for civilization. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjit, for nice words. Now, third speaker is very interesting and very unique. Is personally very close to my heart, and his name is Himanish Chaturvedi. He's a 6th grade student and presenting Song of Sannyasi.
Hello everyone, I'm very glad to have gotten this chance to present this poem today. It is called The Song of the Sannyasin, written by Swami Vivekananda. Wake up the note, the song that had its birth, far off, where worldly tent could never reach, in mountain caves and glades of forest deep, whose calm no sigh for lust or wealth or fame could ever dare to break, where rolled the stream of knowledge, truth, and bliss that follows both. Of knowledge, truth, and bliss that follow. Sing high that note, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. Strike off thy fetters, bonds that bind thee down, of shining gold, or darker, baser ore. Love, hate, good, bad, and all the dual throng. No slave is slave, and caressed or whipped, not free. For fetters, though of gold, are not less strong to bind. Then off with them, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. Let darkness go, the willow whips that leads with blinking light to pile more gloom on gloom. This thirst for life, forever quenched, it drags from birth to death, and death to birth, the soul. He conquers all who conquer self. Know this and never yield, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. Who sows must reap, they say, and cause must bring the sure effect. Good, good, bad, bad, and none escape the law. But whoso wears a form must wear the chain. Too true, but far beyond. Both name and form is Atman, ever free. Know thou art that, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. They know not truth who dream such vacant dreams. As father, mother, children, wife, and friend, the sexless self, whose father he, whose child, whose friend, whose foe is he, but who is he but one? The self is all in all, none else exists, and thou art that, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. There is but one, the free, the knower self, without a name, without a form or stain. In him is Maya, dreaming of all this dream. The witness, he appears as nature, soul. Know thou art that, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. Where seekest thou that freedom, friend? This world nor that can give. In books and temples vain thy search. Thine only is the hand that holds the rope that drags thee on. Then cease lament, let go thy hold, Sannyasin bold. Say Om, Tat Sat, Om. Say peace to all, from me no danger be, to aught that lives, in those that dwell on high, in those that lowly creep. I am the self in all life both here and there do I renounce, all heavens and earths, and hells, all hopes and fears. Thus cut thy bonds, sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat Om. Heed then no more how body lives or goes. Its task is done. Let karma float it down. Let one put garlands on. Another kick this frame, say not. No praise or blame can be where praiser praised and blamer blamed are one. Thus thou be calm, sannyasin bold. Say Om Tat Sat Om. Truth never comes where lust and flame and greed of gain reside. No man who thinks of woman as his wife can ever perfect be, nor he who owns the least of things, nor he who anger chins, can ever pass through Maya's gates. So give this up, sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat Om. Have thou no home? What home can hold thee, friend? The sky thy roof, the grass thy bed, and food, what chance may bring, well cooked or ill, judge not. No food or drink can taint that noble self, which knows itself. Like roaring river free, thou ever be. Sannyasin bold, say Om Tat Sat Om. Few only know the truth. The rest will hate and laugh at thee, great one. But pay no heed. Go thou, the free, from place to place, and help them out of darkness, Maya's veil. Without the fear of pain or search for pleasure, go beyond them both, sannyasin bold. Say Om Tat Sat Om. Thus, day by day, till karma's power is spent, release the soul forever. No more is birth, nor I, nor thou, nor God, nor man. The I has all become. The all is I and bliss. Know thou art that, sannyasin bold. Say Om Tat Sat Om.
Thank you, Himanish. Om Tat Sat Om. Good speech. Yeah, good. Very, very fearless and a very strong words. Our fourth speaker is Simulti Patra. She is an 8th grade student.
Hello everyone, this is Simulti Patra. I'm 13 years old. Today, on this auspicious occasion, I would like to say a few words of Swami Vivekananda, a patriarch, yogi, and a saint combined in him. Swami Vivekananda is one of the most spiritual leaders of all times. In his groundbreaking speech to the 1893 World's Parliament of Religions, he said, "I'm proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. I am also proud to be a follower of Swamiji. Tolerance and universal acceptance we need to practice in today's world." He said, "The more we come out and do good to others, the more our hearts will be purified." He advocated the idea that we purify our hearts and minds by helping others, thus helping ourselves. He inspired the youth through his speeches by saying, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." He encouraged us to never give up on our dreams and ambitions. Swamiji firmly believed that everything we set our minds to, we can accomplish by being persistent. All power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Don't believe you're weak. Stand up and express the divinity within you. These words of Swamiji's inspire me the most. Let us imbibe his words in our hearts and let us practice what he preached. My most sincere thanks to Swami Isha Ji Maharaj for giving me the opportunity to talk. Thank you all.
Thank you, Samruddhi. You grasped very well. You mentioned helping others is helping ourselves, which is many times we see from our Maharaj, they only live who live for others. So very, very well speech. Our next speaker is Rohit Shah and gonna talk about Swami Vivekananda's Chicago visit.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Swami Vivekananda's visit to Chicago. Swami Vivekananda was born on January 12, 1863 in Kolkata, West Bengal. His parents named him Narendranath Dotto, but he was often called Naren. He was a brilliant student in school and he also was recognized by most of his teachers. He was never shy and he impacted people's lives in a very positive way. He was compassionate, kind, and he cared for people deeply from his childhood. As he got older, he was one of the main disciples of Sri Ramakrishna and also the founder of Ramakrishna Mission. After traveling to different countries in Asia, he finally traveled to Japan and then he went to Vancouver by ship, came to Chicago by train in 1893. His main goal for the Chicago visit was to introduce an essence of the Hinduism to the people of America. While in Chicago, he suffered many problems, but in the end, with the help of Miss Hale, he was able to reach the Parliament of Religion, where he gave a speech, which was held on September 11, 1893. He started his opening speech with the words, "Sisters and Brothers of America," and received a huge applause. Through his speech, he showed the universal religion of humanity, which is known as Vedanta. I'll end my talk with one of his famous quotes, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Rohit. Now, our next speaker is the youngest among all of them. So I would like to welcome Abhiraj Talukdar. Little setup over here. No. Okay. Sure. Yeah. You can remove your mask. Good. Or you come closer to mine. Are you good? Yeah, let's test it.
Hello, my name is Abhiraj Talukdar. Now, I'm going to read a passage about Swami Vivekananda when he's becoming Swamiji. Swami Vivekananda was born on 12 January 1863 as Narendranath Dutta. Naren was curious about religion and spirituality from a young age. Naren, along with a group of young men, felt especially attracted to Sri Ramakrishna because he had practiced many religions and people from all faiths were coming to listen to his teachings. Naren thought, so this is the man who has seen God? But I don't believe in God. So what do I do with him? But Naren could not keep away from him. Naren asked Sri Ramakrishna, Sir, I have a question to ask you. Have you really seen God? Sri Ramakrishna said, Yes, I see him as you, only more clearly. And you can also see him. Slowly, the same magnetism that had attracted other disciples began to attract Naren also. One day, Naren was about to leave his house. His father asked, Where are you going, my son? Naren replied, To Dakshineshwar, father. Father said, To see Ramakrishna again? I have great plans for you. I dream of seeing you join the ICS. Do not let your growing affection for Sadhu spoil it all. Naren replied, Yes, I mean no, father. Naren was thinking, I used to have two ideals before me. One of becoming a rich man surrounded by vast wealth, the other of becoming a wandering monk. Now somehow, Naren started interacting with Sri Ramakrishna, but he did not accept Ramakrishna's teaching blindly. Ramakrishna was like a loving mother to his disciples. He played and joked with them, and along with the laughter and fun, wisdom was imparted. Eventually, it was the life of a monk that Narayan finally chose, with Ramakrishna as his guru. Thank you.
Good job, Abhiraj. Now Maharaj gonna chant one the bhajan from Swamiji.
So wonderfully, though they are from different families and never practiced together, but the way they were speaking, the whole life of Swami Vivekananda is presented in different way. Very wonderful. Now later, you are having this paper. Please chant along with me. Anitya drisheshu bibiccha nityam. I will chant and you please repeat it. Only the children will do. You have to do also. Anitya drisheshu bibiccha nityam. Tasmin samadhata iha smalilaya viveka vairagya vishuddha chityam yoso viveki tamaham namami. We offer our pranam to him who is completely pure. How one can become pure? By viveka and vairagya. What is viveka? Is discrimination, is the analysis. Anything that is temporary, we should not hold to that. And vairagya is a giving up. Giving up those which are completely temporary. That is this world. So viveka vairagya, they always in Sanskrit 2 words they say. So one who can practice that become pure. Viveka jananda nimagna chityam viveka danaika vinodashilam viveka bhasa kamaniya kantim vivekinam tam satatam namami. Ritancha vijnanam adhisrayat yat nirantaram chadi madhyantahinam sukham surupam prakaroti yasya anandamurtim tamaham namami. Shuryo yatha dhamhi tamo nihanti Vishnur yata dushta janan chinati tathaiva yasya kila netra lobham rupam tritapam vimukhi karoti tam deshikendram paramam pavitram vishwasya palam madhuram yatindram hitaya nrinam naramurtimantam. Swami Vivekananda, it is considered that he is the Shiva, the auspiciousness, and he took the human form. Why? Hitaya nrinam, to help the human being. Hitaya nrinam naramurtimantam viveka ananda aham namami. In the front page, Namasriyati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Maharaj, for nice chant. Our next speaker is Jordan Brinker. She's a social media manager. So let's hear her views on Swami Vivekananda.
Oh, I like the little step. That's nice. Namaskar, everybody. I will be reading a poem today by Swami Vivekananda called Kali the Mother. The stars are blotted out. The clouds are covering clouds. It is darkness, vibrant, sonant. In the roaring, whirling wind are the souls of a million lunatics just loose from the prison house. Wrenching trees by the roots, sweeping all from the path. The sea has joined the fray and swirls up mountain waves to reach the pitchy sky. The flash of lurid light reveals on every side 1,000,000 shades of death begrimed in black. Scattering plagues and sorrows, dancing mad with joy. Come, mother, come, for terror is thy name, death is in thy breath, and every shaking step destroys a world for air, thou time, the all-destroyer. Come, O mother, come, who dares misery love and hug the form of death. Dance and destruction's dance, to him the mother comes. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Our eighth speaker is Isha. Isha Nayak. you. Just go closer to the.
Good morning. I'll be reading Work is Worship. The highest man cannot work, for there is no binding element, no attachment, no ignorance in him. A ship is said to have passed over a mountain of a magnet door, and all the bolts and bars were drawn out, and it went to pieces. It is in ignorance that struggle remains, because we are all really atheists. Real thieves cannot work. We are atheists more or less. We do not see God or believe in him. He is God to us, and nothing more. There are moments when we think he is near, but when we fall down again, when you see him, who struggle for whom, help the Lord. There's a proverb in our language. Shall we teach the architect of the universe how to build? So those are the highest of mankind who do not work. The next time you see those phrases about the world, how we must all help God, or do this or that for him, remember this. Do not think such thoughts. They are too selfish. All the work you do is subjective, is done for your own benefit. God has not fallen into a ditch for you and me to help him out by building a hospital or something of that sort. He allows you to work. He allows you to exercise your muscles in this great gym, not in order to help him, but that you may help yourself. Do you think even an ant will die for want of your help? Most err in blasphemy. The world does not need you at all. The world goes on, you are like a drop in the ocean. A leaf does not move. The wind does not blow without him. Blessed are we that we are given the privilege of working for him, not of helping him. Cut out this word help from your mind. You cannot help. It is blasphemy. We are here yourself at his pleasure. Do you mean to say you help him? You worship. When you give a morsel of food to the dog, you worship the dog as God. God is in that dog. He is the dog. He is all and in all. We are allowed to worship him. Stand in that reverent attitude to the whole universe, and it will come perfect non-attachment. This should be your duty. This is the proper attitude of work. This is the secret taught by Karma Yoga.
Good job, Isha. So our next speaker is a 10th grade student, New Chowdhury.
A very good morning to the honorable guests, respected Swamijis, various parents, and all others. Today, I, Nivroy Chowdhury, stand here to celebrate the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was not merely a saint. He was a spiritual leader, a great teacher, a patriotic Indian, and one of the best creations of the Almighty. Swami Vivekananda was one of the greatest spiritual leaders of India, and was credited with bringing the glory of the Hindu philosophy to the global platform. Born on January 12, 1863, as Narendranath Datta in Kolkata, into an aristocratic Bengali Kayastha family, and became a disciple of the famed saint Swami Ramakrishna Paramhansa. He quoted that, "Be the servant while leading, be unselfish, have infinite patience, and success is yours." Swami Vivekananda spent his life in the service of humanity. He enlightened and awakened people's religious consciousness and worked for uplifting. You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none to make you spiritual. There is no other teacher but your own soul, Swami Vivekananda. A lot has been written and said about Swami Vivekananda. He has been called a monk, a prophet, a nationalist, a philosopher, a social reformer, a prolific writer, an educationist, and so on. He used to say, "My name should not be made prominent. It is my ideas that I want to be realized." When Swami Vivekananda started to give his message to the entire world, India was under British rule, and in that negative condition, he said this: "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached." Swami Vivekananda's iconic speech at the World Religion Conference in Chicago is remembered by one and all. It was on September 11, 1893. When Swami Vivekananda gave a speech full of wisdom for those unversed, it is in this iconic Chicago speech that Vivekananda addressed the audience as brothers and sisters of America. In the speech that blew everyone's minds, Swami Vivekananda mentioned the basic yet most important things that one should follow in life. These things include being patriotic, loving all religions, analyzing religion, being acquainted with science, knowing the importance and necessity of rituals, being aware of the roots of Hinduism, and being aware of the goal of science. Let us realize the relevance of Swami Vivekananda in these exciting and challenging times. Let us all unite and work with purity, patience, and perseverance, and try to listen to the exhorting of Swami Vivekananda. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. With that, I end my speech. Om Namah Sri Yati Rajaya Vivekananda Suraya Satachitte Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Our next speaker is Neil Chowdhury.
Let me help to just do mine. Go ahead. You want to remove the mics?
Never say no. Never say I cannot, for you are infinite. All the power is within you. You can do anything. By Swami Vivekananda. My heartiest greetings to the Honorable Swamijis, respected parents, and everyone present here today. My name is Neil Roy Chowdhury, and today I am here to speak about one of the greatest spiritual masters of India, Swami Vivekananda. I feel that every Indian citizen should know about the honorable deeds that he has done. He has inspired millions of people across the globe. He has delivered countless speeches, inspiring all. His quotes are famous all over the world and are quite motivational. I hope this speech can encapsulate the importance of Swami Vivekananda, even if it's just a little bit. Swami Vivekananda's real name was Narendranath Datta. He was born on the 12th of January, 1863, in the city of Calcutta. He was from a highly educated family and was a gifted child with powerful thinking, an intelligent mind, and strong willpower. His father, Vishwanath Datta, was an attorney at Calcutta High Court. His mother, Bhubaneshwari Devi, was a profoundly religious housewife. She played an essential role in shaping Swami Vivekananda's personality and thinking from a very early age. She and himself thoroughly educated him on all Indian philosophy and religion. He was always interested in finding the deeper meaning of life, and eventually he became the chief disciple of the 19th century mystic Sri Ramakrishna. From his guru, he learned that we could only serve God by serving humanity around us. From this, Swami Vivekananda preached the same thing, and his teachings had a giant impact on the society and the traditions of India. All of this turned him into a genius man who had knowledge of the Vedas. His teachings were inspired by the Vedas and Upanishads, believed to be a great source of strength, energy, and wisdom to the Indian society. Swami Vivekananda introduced the Indian philosophies of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. The greatest achievement of Swami Vivekananda's life was that he made the world realize the power of India. When Swami Vivekananda was at the peak of his life, India was at the mercy of the British. At that time, he addressed the younglings of India by saying, "Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is achieved." In 1893, when the world's first Parliament of Religions was held in Chicago, Swami Vivekananda gave a wonderful speech starting with the words, "Brothers and Sisters of America," which surprised the whole world. 7,000 people listening to his words at that time stood up and applauded for about 2 whole minutes, complimenting Vivekananda. His speech blew everyone's minds. Swami Vivekananda also was the founder of Ramakrishna Math and Ramakrishna Mission. He devoted his entire life to people. It was his life's mission to improve people's well being and to encourage them with positive energy. At the last stage of his life, he said goodbye to the world at the young age of 39 on July 4th, 1902. He died at Belur in West Bengal. But Swami Vivekananda still lives on in the hearts of all Indian people as a famous legend and inspiration for all. Swami Vivekananda is a role model for the youth of today. He is our idol, and an example of that is today in India, the anniversary of his birth is celebrated as National Youth Day. I'd like to salute Swami Vivekananda for his thoughts and actions. May he live on forever. May he live on forever in the hearts of all Indians. Thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Yeah, nicely said. Yes, Swamiji is in all our hearts. He's still present. I just want to make one announcement for all guest speaker. Maharaj has a special gift for all of you. So after all speech, we will have a group picture and a gift for you. So just patiently wait. We have a few more guest speaker. Next guest speaker are in duo. I would like to invite both sister Advika and Harshia. You want to share mic or you want to have separate mics? Share? Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to come here? One of them can come.
Yeah, that will be better.
Today we will talk about Swami Vivekananda. Today we will talk about Swami Vivekananda's call to the youth of this world. Swami Vivekananda grew up as a symbol of youth power, who hoisted the flag of Indian culture overseas. He created new enthusiasm for progress among the youth, so much so that the whole country celebrates his birth anniversary as National Youth Day.
Some essential requisites. The first requisite, faith in yourself and faith in God. We can develop this faith in ourselves by hard work, determination, persistence, and positive thinking.
The second requisite, need for feelings for the poor and willingness to be useful to fellow beings. Even the least work done for others will instill into one's heart the strength of a lion.
The third requisite, have the will to cross the mountain high obstructions. All great things are achieved through mighty obstacles. It is the constant struggle against nature and not settling for what is best for the human is what makes humans the best.
Character. Character is to be inculcated first and foremost in the youth. We should cultivate health and strength of the body and mind through physical exercises, yoga, pranayama, and meditation.
It is ideas that make human beings. Hence, as youth, we should first strive to acquire a good knowledge of the greatest characters and noble ideas from the lives, doings, and teachings of our great people. This will help with conviction and inspiration. In general, men and women of character possess some virtues, traits, and conduct, and above all, they are unselfish to the core and seeking to work for the good of others. As youth of this world, we should develop the powers of concentration and willpower and motivation for a good and socially useful life.
Teamwork, obedience, and organization. Even the least work done for others awakens the power within. Even thinking of the least good of others gradually instills into the heart the strength of a lion. We should give up jealousy and conceit, learn to work unitedly for others. This is the great need of this world.
Just like trees do not eat their own fruits, rivers do not drink their own water. In other words, every aspect of nature contributes something to the cosmic well-being in a selfless way. Hence, we can make our lives useful by being useful to other fellow beings. For the good of the many, for the happiness of the many should be our ideal. Our motto should be rendering service and doing good to the world with the spirit of workship and thus paving the way, though paving the path for one's own salvation. Thank you.
Thank you, Advika and Arshia. Now, our next speaker is Lakshmi Narayan. He is recent graduate from UIC.
Shriyatirajaaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Revered Maharaj and friends. Swami Vivekananda left India on May 31st, 1893, and he came to Chicago to participate in the World Parliament of Religions. But he got rejected because he didn't bring any credentials as a representative from Hinduism. Then he met Professor John Henry Wright of Harvard University, who used to teach Greek in Harvard. And he impressed by the Swami Vivekananda depth knowledge and his intellectuality, and he says a beautiful remark about Vivekananda. Swamiji, after Columbus discovering America, I am sure that the person of your type had never visited America. And after he says, Swamiji, you must introduce to the whole America. The easiest way is you have to participate in the World Parliament of Religions. And the person, Swamiji says, I came here for that purpose, but they rejected me because I didn't have any credentials. Then professor says, this should be a remarkable thing, wonderful thing. He says, Swamiji, to ask you for a credential is asking a sun to show its right to shine. It's something like asking sun, show you are right before shining in the heavens. And then he writes a letter of introduction, and he writes in that letter of introduction, here is a monk from India who is more learned than all our American learned professors put together. This was the remark that was given by none other than Harvard professor. You know, the Harvard is the top university. From then until now, it is the top 10 universities of the world. This was the power of Vivekananda. And then Roman Roland, who is the Nobel laureate, he asked another Nobel laureate, who is the first Asian who won the Nobel Prize, Rabindranath Tagore. He asked Swami Rabindranath Tagore, I wanted to write a book about India. Can you please suggest me the source material? He says, study, if you want to know India, study Vivekananda. Everything is positive in him, nothing negative. And this Roman Roland, who inspired by the literature of Vivekananda, he says, the remarkable feature of Vivekananda is kingliness. It was impossible for anyone to imagine him in the second place. No one would dare approach him without paying him a highest respect. And other lady, the American lady, Bessie Sturgis says, she was the cousin sister of Josephine McLeod. She says, two men have impressed me in the world. One is Vivekananda, other one is Emperor Kaiser of Germany. Everyone got inspired by the Swami, and they saw them in like a lion, the king. And this person later, when Sariram Maxim, he says after in the World Parliament Religions, he was present at the World Parliament of Religions at 1893, and he writes his reminiscence about Swami Vivekananda. Sariram Maxim, he was an inventor of machine gun. He says, the monk was commanding presence, with vast learning, speaking English like a Webster. And this Sariram Maxim says, and the Parliament of Religions was organized the purpose of that Parliament of Religions is to prove that Christianity is the greatest of all religion. And this Sariram Maxim says, on that day what was happened, he says, the American Protestants, who were vastly outnumbered on that day, they imagined that they would have an easy task to prove that Christianity is the greatest religion in the world. With a great confidence, they commenced the proceedings, and with an air of just see me wipe out. But however, when Vivekananda spoke, they saw they had a Napoleon to deal with. Napoleon. This was the power of Vivekananda, and this is his intellectuality, his talent. But on the other side of Vivekananda is his love for the humanity. And one man says about Vivekananda, the young man who had renounced all his worldly ties, freed himself from the all bondage, had but one love, his country, but one grief, its downfall. This man, he says, this Vivekananda had a very good faith in youth. He says, my faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation. Out of them will come my workers and work out all problems like lions. And by seeing the bad condition of the India at that time, Vivekananda was so much moved by it. Before coming to World Parliament of Religions, his heart was burning by the bad condition of India. He wandered from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and he saw the bad condition of the downtrodden, the masses, the women. And with that, he wanted to do some solution. He wanted to uplift the countrymen. So at that time, I will share one incident which happened in the Kanyakumari. He wanted to go and meditate on the Kanyakumari rock, which was so famous now. And at that time, it was 1 mile from the shore to the Kanyakumari rock. And he asked the boatman there, can you drop me to that rock? He says, no. Give me money. I'm a beggar. I'm a sannyasi and I don't have money. Can you drop me? The boatman didn't agree with that. Swami Vivekananda dived into the ocean. He swam across the tides and he reached the Padmapada Shila, what we call Kanyakumari rock. He sat there for 3 days and 3 nights without even drinking a glass of water and meditating on it to find the solution to uplift the India, to uplift the masses. This Vivekananda, he says, see the bad condition of India now. Can an laziness, meanness, hypocrisy have covered all length and breadth of the country? Can an intelligent man look on all this and remain quiet? Does it not bring tears to the eyes? Therefore, I say, rouse the inherent power of Atman within you. To affect this, I need men. That's why, by sending the men all over the country, length and breadth of the country, teaching the people message of self-divinity, message of self-reliance, gospel of equal, gospel of salvation. So to affect this, I need men. What type of men? What I want is muscles of iron and nerves of steel, inside which dwells a mind as same material as that of made thunderbolt. Sincere to the backbone, 100 such, I shall revolutionize the world. Not only India, he can revolutionize the whole world if you get 100 people of that quality. And this man, he says, I want to send 100,000 men zealed with the holiness, fortified with the eternal faith in the Lord, and nerve to the lion's courage, by the sympathy for the people, for the downtrodden, for the upliftment of the women. And I thank Maharaj for giving this wonderful opportunity to share a few words about Vivekananda. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lakshmi Narayan, for good words. Now, our last but not least guest speaker is Shilpa Shankar.
Om Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukha Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine. It translates, salutation to that king of renouncers and controller of passions, the sage Vivekananda, who is Satchit Ananda, existence, knowledge, and bliss absolute itself, the spiritual preceptor and the remover of distress. Namaskara to Swami Ishatmananda, to this wonderful congregation attending here today in celebration of Swami Vivekananda's birthday. Also, thank you and gratitude to my parents for offering Vedanta, making it available and easily accessible for me and my siblings. It is with this collective grace and guidance from all of you that I'm humbled to share a few words on the life and teachings of the great saint, philosopher, and guru, Swami Vivekananda. When we were young kids, my siblings and I often sat in the ashram library, not yet having the patience to sit through a full discourse. I gravitated towards the cartoon children's books on Swamiji, fascinated by the young Narayan's ability to sit in contemplation, so focused, unaware of the cobra that was approaching, while his peers ran quickly away in fear. Or the time when he was covered with mosquitoes, appearing as a dark blanket around him. What made this divine soul so interested in introspection? Deep in contemplation, he had the strength and fearlessness to search for the inner infinite self, regardless of external worldly challenges. It was in his tireless search for God that led him to his guru, Sri Ramakrishna. Swamiji worked as a selfless servant at the feet of the guru, traveling great distances with lion-hearted courage to offer the grand message of Vedanta to the world. As a trailblazer, he energized others through his presence, a call to action to recognize the source being within ourselves. As Swamiji very famously said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. Through his words, Swamiji provides an individualized, specialized yatra or journey, with each of the four yogas, karma, bhakti, raja, jnana, he described and personally embodied a path for each sadhaka or spiritual aspirant with a clear, straightforward message, though varied in its means to attain the highest or supreme truth. So may we briefly delve into Swamiji's insights for each yoga. For karma yoga, that of a worker, Swamiji powerfully shares, if you set to work in right earnest, then you are sure to be successful. Whoever works at a thing, heart and soul, not only achieves success in it, but through his absorption in that, he also realizes the supreme truth, Brahman. And for a worshiper, through Bhakti Yoga, Swamiji describes, Bhakti Yoga is a real, genuine search after the Lord, a search beginning, continuing, and ending in love. One single moment of the madness of extreme love to God brings us eternal freedom. For an aspirant focused closely on the mind-body connection, Swamiji provides great detail on how to keep the mind and body fit, alert, active, controlled, and engaged. In his famous Raja Yoga teaching, he shares, the power of attention, when properly guided and directed towards the internal world, will analyze the mind and illumine facts for us. The powers of the mind are like rays of light dissipated. When they are concentrated, they illume. And as a philosopher, a true jnani, knower of truth, Swamiji emphasized the importance of self-seeking and questioning for the highest knowledge. Regarding jnana yoga, he states, go into your own room and get the Upanishads out of your own self. You are the greatest book that ever was or ever will be, the infinite depository of all that is. So through one or few or all of the four paths, may we find Swamiji's profound teachings, his exemplary life, as a means to guide us. Swamiji teaches us perhaps the strongest spiritual path is one that harmonizes and combines all four yogas, customizing and placing importance on the one that appeals to each and every one of us. And we have a special privilege here in the Chicago area that we can truly walk in the footsteps of Swamiji, feel his presence in this very soil. As you may have seen all the photos in the hallway just outside of the shrine of Swamiji's whereabouts. We can experience his life and teachings with that deep level of appreciation. Swamiji's diverse written work through poetry, letters, songs, books, his oratory work and speeches given across the globe, They guide each and every one of us based on our innate tendencies. Swamiji's life and teachings are individualized prescriptions and gifts, or prasada, in which Swamiji has modernized and made Vedanta applicable and practical in our lives. Swamiji beautifully shares, if this room is full of darkness for thousands of years, and you come in and begin to weep and wail, oh, the darkness, will the darkness vanish? Strike a match, and light comes in a moment. So may we all find that light with Swamiji's grace. And lastly, sharing a verse from Vivekananda Panchakam that we have sung today, composed by Swami Ramakrishnananda. It translates, I salute to Vivekananda, the great sannyasin and teacher, the supremely pure one, who was honored by the whole world and who incarnated himself for the good of mankind. Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram vishvasya palam maduram yatindram hitayan rinamna naramurtimantam vivekaanandam aham namami viveka Ananda aham namami.
Thank you, Shilpa. Now let's give a big hand for all great speakers. Everybody did wonderful job. Now the next is Aarti. So we will. So after Arati, we will have Pushpanjali, and then we will have a gifts for all our great speaker. So yeah, let's get ready for our Arati. Thank you.
जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय महामाई की जय स्वामी जी महाराज जी की. So are you all ready with Pushpanjali? Please give me the book. Please repeat after me. Oh, there. So let us begin this Pushpanjali. Om Oim Isha Sachandana Pushpanjali Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Oim Isha Sachandana Pushpanjali Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Oim Isha Sachandana Pushpanjali Srimad Vivekanandaya Namaha. Now the pranam mantra. Parutatve Sadalino Ram Krishna Samagaya Yudharma Sthapanarato Viresham Tam Namamyaham Viresham Tam Namamyaham. Please take the plate and collect the flowers. That will be. No, they will collect it. Give it 2, 3. While the volunteers are collecting your flowers, so I'd like to thank all the parents for helping their children to understand Swami Vivekananda. I was listening to you and really being born over here in America and completely away from India, but still you are having this connection. I really appreciate you. Some of the American boys and girls are also there. I could not contact them this time. So they also are very much interested about Vivekananda. It is nothing to do with that way religion. Sometimes we are afraid that it is a Hindu religion. No, nothing like that. It is a human that is making up. So sometimes when I talk to the children, I ask them, have you ever seen that a cow is going to a school to become a cow? Or like that? No. The animals need not to go to any school for proper training to become animals or birds or reptiles. It is human being. After being born as human, we are going to school, we are going to colleges, we are going to cultural centers to become human. And that is called Dvija. Dvija means second born. And each and every one of us, we are second born. Sometimes they say Brahmana in India, but no, each and every one of us. Why? When we are born, we never knew what is culture. Why? How we should behave. We never knew that. Slowly we learned. When we were very young, we used to crawl on the floor. Maybe we are touching this and touching anything. And we used to put into our mouth, our mothers, aunties, and all, they will be asking, no, you should not do that. You are a human child. You should not do like that. That is culture. So slowly we learn. And you should go and touch the feet of the elders. The Indians, they teach like that. Or bow as the other people they do. Why? Because you must learn to respect others. You will get the respect afterwards. When you are doing it today, all that will come back. If you are hating, hatred will come back to you. If you are loving, love will come back to you. It's just like the mirror. If you smile, you will see the smiling face. And if you frown, you will see the frowning face. So that is the whole society. The world is nothing but a mirror. And we learn it from our teachers, from our guardians, from our parents. And that is called the second birth. And then finally, the final touch that they give, spirituality. And what is spirituality? Unselfishness and love. We are having the unselfishness, but that grows slowly. And our parents will teach us, you are having 2-3 candies, share with your friends. That is spirituality. We take 4-5 candies and we are thinking what I will do. They will say, go and distribute. This little thing, we don't understand. Parents also don't understand. They are teaching spirituality. Sharing, caring, loving, feeling spirituality. So this is the way we slowly we become broader and broader. And finally, when we can love each and everyone, we become Vishnu. Vishnu means all-pervading consciousness. Vistaret Vishnu. They have given some form, but Vishnu means all-pervading consciousness. Anywhere, anyone suffering, I feel for him or her. And I pray. Maybe that I cannot physically go and help, but I pray for them. Maybe I cannot share my money or anything for them, but I can pray for them. That feeling is sufficient. I pray to that Swami Vivekananda, you become man, human. Feel for others. Pray for others. Share your things with others. And don't be alone. If you are suffering, come out and tell your parents. Share it with others. If you have something to your joy, share with others. You will feel that all burdens have gone. And if you keep within yourself, and sometimes we teach our children in the name of modernity, advancement, don't share anything, all within. Whole life they suffer. Whole life. Never do that. Share with others, all their friends, your relatives. And slowly you will find the great peace within you. And that is the goal. What is this religion? All these pujas and all that. Because only to attract people. And after this, you will go down, have a wonderful feast, and chit-chatting, becoming so many friends will be there. You were having 2-3, now so many. So like that, you are constantly expanding. And as Swami Vivekananda said, expansion is life. Contraction, death. The moment you are not remembered by people, you are dead. But when people are remembering you, you are alive. As Swami Vivekananda we are remembering him. So friends and dear devotees and the children, I can only do one thing, that is prayer. I don't have anything else to do. So I pray for all of you. Let the blessings of Swami Vivekananda be always with you. And his blessings means tremendous power, tremendous self-confidence. You will be successful. Don't bother about this or that. In some field, you are successful. You are successful. Thank you, friends. I think now the little gifts are there, some books are there. So, you call their names?
Yes. First, let's come Ritu Raj.
Together, we'll say. Together. I think call out.
Please come all speaker who spoke and we will give one by one. Maharaj will give. So, yeah, please come on stage.
Yeah, all the speakers come on the stage.
Yes,
all speakers.
All speakers come on the stage.
Come here.
Yeah, come here. Let's have a picture.
Those who are tall, come at the back.
Let me help to put everyone in one.
He is the tallest.
Tall ones go back. You should be the front.
How old are you?
16.
16.
Stand here.
Very good.
Stand here.
Oh, you didn't speak, did you? So, no, he is not a speaker.
No, I'm not a speaker. I'm just making sure.
No.
No. You speak? Why don't three of you sit down on your places and the front side with everything?
But you be here. You be here.
All good?
Come close. All faces are coming? Oh, Shilpa. Shilpa? Come. And go down. But you can cover all the faces, right?
Yeah, look at that camera.
Oh, remove the mask. Huh?
Remove the mask.
Oh, yes. Wow, very good. So big applause for them.
Take care, Maharaj is gift for you. Just wait there, Maharaj is in front, right?
Boss.
Front Maharaj will be in front.
Now I will give you. This.
Just keep going. Please go and sit in the chair as you receive your gift. As you receive your gift, please go to the chair.
For me.
Yes, me, please.
This for me. And this is for me. So please go down after offering your pranam, and please go down and after shot.